No cable? Need a way to watch Lomachenko vs. Lopez this weekend? Then I got you covered. Get ESPN Plus using my link below. One great night, a lightweight fight. Winner takes all. Also, with your ESPN Plus subscription, you'll be able to watch UFC Fight Night, Brian Ortega versus the Korean Zombie. Two great main cards for only $5.99. By clicking my link, I receive a small kickback that I use to help grow the channel. Thank you, and I'll see you at the fights.
Wow, unified champion Errol Spence Jr. finally reacts to Demetrius Boo-Boo Andrade's next opponent and non-title fight. Stay tuned to see what he said. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We work in sign up for ESPN Plus if you need a way to watch the Lomachenko versus Teofimo fight. Also, UFC Fight Night. If you don't have cable, use my link. That is a great option to check out a great fight. Lomachenko, Teofimo, lightweight. I'm not going to say undisputed, but it's still a great fight, and it's a pick'em fight. So, again, if you don't have cable and you're looking for a way to watch the fight legally, ESPN Plus, we got you covered. You guys seen the trailer at the beginning. Now, I made a video a couple hours ago and posted it. A lot of people had a lot of comments to say the least. Demetrius Andrade was rumored at the time of recording the video to be facing Dusty Hernandez Harrison in a non-title fight. As you see on the screen, ESPN is now confirming this is the case. November 27th in a non-title fight, WBO middleweight champion Demetrius Andrade will face Dusty Hernandez Harrison in a 10-round non-title fight, and it's supposed to be on the Jacobs versus Rosado card. Now, we were hearing that they could put him on the card, but now it's official. Errol Spence has reacted to that, and this is what unified champion Errol said. Errol Spence says, "I don't care. Andrade can find better competition than that," shaking my head. So he's shaking his head at that. That's bad when you have people, and I know Errol Spence and Demetrius Andrade, there's been some different exchanges of words. I think there were some comments that were stated were about steroids and stuff like that. So I know Errol Spence and Andrade have both you know, they've exchanged words and people have tried to pit them against each other, things like that. But it doesn't matter when your peers are telling you these are two Olympians and you have another Olympian like saying, damn. And the crazy part about it is Errol Spence saying this, you can't say anything about Errol because it's practice what you preach. He's doing that. Errol Spence Jr. is a U.S. Olympian, and he's fighting coming off of an accident where if at any point in anybody's career, if you've seen how Errol Spence, the car wreckage and stuff like that, the carnage and how he almost lost his life, if any point in any fighter's career, we would be expecting a tune-up, it would be at a point like that where you have some kind of Vinny Pazienza type of crazy accident that almost claims your life. You know, a tune-up would be more than welcome by the fans just because we all witnessed, you know, the aftermath. Errol recently posted a picture of his face and stuff like that. So we don't know firsthand, but, you know, from looking at it and stuff, it was horrific. So he has room to speak on these issues because he's practicing what he's preaching. Again, after a nasty accident, a car accident, he's fighting better competition. He's fighting a heavy-handed veteran with an amateur pedigree. Definitely has a great pro resume. Danny Garcia in his age group has one of the best resumes, you know, in terms of the names that he's collected at his age group. Him, Broner has great names. Canelo has great names in that age group. So Errol Spence, he has a leg to stand on by saying this. He says, I don't care. Andrade can find better competition than that. So that's sad when you have a fellow U.S. Olympian. And this is what Eddie Hearn is doing and DAZN is doing. They're putting Andrade in a fight where if you go look at the announcement, look, I'll show you. If you go look at like the announcements and stuff, just go look at the commentary and see what the fans, here's what they think about you. I'm gonna have to bring that back. Here's what they think about you. Right? Look at the announcement. Oh, he deleted the comment because the guy was laughing and then Coppinger must have deleted it. It's in my last video if you guys don't believe it. Look, someone said crumbs. The DAZN budget is looking thinner and thinner. So I don't know. He looks like he's deleting comments, but go look at my last video. People were laughing at it and scrutinizing the fight and saying like, what is this? You see what I'm saying? So I haven't seen it. Look, someone said, what? Look what people are putting. Trash. See? Okay. So some of the comments are still there, but I seen someone posted a GIF of a guy laughing and I don't see it anymore. So pure AIDS, you know what I'm saying? So it's not being met with cheers. It's being met with jeers. And it's sad because now your peers like Errol Spence are putting a bid in and saying, I don't care. Andrade could do better than that. And he also went on to say, Dusty, he could fight, but 168. And to make matters worse, when I heard it was a non-title fight, I assumed the WBO middleweight champion Demetrius Andrade was fighting in a non-title fight because Dusty Hernandez was not ranked. But from the sounds of it, it looks like he's moving up, which makes this fight even worse. You're fighting a career-long welterweight, right? And you're fighting him at 168. And I know he's fought at a couple higher weights, but it's cap because he was out of the ring for 2 or 3 years. He fought my dude, Mike Dallas Jr. Look, he fought Mike Dallas Jr. That was a robbery. Mike Dallas really won that fight. They scored it a split draw. But if you watch that fight, Mike Dallas definitely won. Then he fought the Cornflake Lamana dude. And then he disappeared from 2016 to 2019, right? And then since he's come back, he's fighting guys 22, 35-2, 10, 5-0, 21, 11-1, and then 38, 14-0. So these fights right here, he's fought at the higher weights. Like you see a catchweight fight at 170, you see some fights at 163, but he's a career, if you look at it, he's a career welter, 146, 145. Look, he's a career welter. But after he had that long absence, he probably couldn't make welter because some guys don't stay in shape. If they're inactive, and you get older, you're not going to be able to retain the weight cut. You know what I'm saying? It might be detrimental for you to try to cut that weight if you haven't been maintaining and staying within a threshold. So now that he's come back off a 2-3 year layoff, he's fighting at the heavier weights, but he ain't fought no one. Bruce Rumbles. Who is that? You know what I'm saying? Look, this dude look like a science teacher. Look, he got 18 KOs. He been knocked out 18 times. And he looked like a undercover cop trying to infiltrate the crack house, infiltrate the trap. Who is this dude? You see what I'm saying? So Dusty, he is a solid fighter. However, look at all this red, bro. Look, we need Moses to part the Red Sea. Look at all this red, bro. Look, when he won, when's the last time he had a win? Oh my God, bro. He ain't had a win since, man, come on, bro. 2009? Come on, dog. You got to retire, dog. If you ain't won since 2009, you had that many fights. Nah, bro. Nah, son. Nah, man. So anyway, I'm not even mad at Dusty because if he's been inactive, you're going to take, he probably doesn't have a promoter because he was with Rock Nation, things like that. And he's no longer with them because they released him or whatever. So he's just probably fighting whoever he can with no promoter. But this is an abolishment for Eddie Hearn to put Andrade, a proven skilled guy, an Olympian, and you putting him in here with the guy whose recent conquests are guys like Bruce Rumbles, and he has no real marquee fights at the higher weight. All of his better names like Cornflake Lamana, Mike Dallas and stuff, all those were at welterweight. So basically Dusty is a career lightweight. or career welterweight. Now, the other thing that makes it bad is you also put Andrade in a messed up position because Andrade can't even, like, even though Dusty's a good fighter, he's proven at the lighter weight classes. So let's say he gives Andrade trouble. You know what I'm saying? Just because he is he's a solid fighter in the lighter weight divisions. So let's say he's comfortable at this new weight and he's showing some skills. You can't even, Andrade can't make no mistakes. He got to look sensational. That's the one thing about like fights that are cherry picked is if you don't look sensational, you do more harm than you do good. So Boo Boo got to look spectacular because a lot of people aren't familiar with Dusty Hernandez. He's been inactive and he's not a true 168 or 160 pounder. He has no good names at 160 or better. And you're going to fight him at super middleweight. You know, you got to get him out of there in like one to 3 rounds. Otherwise, what are you doing? I would have rather, Andrade fought in January. I would have rather seen him take the year off. So Errol Spence is 1,000% right. He said Dusty could fight, but 168, like, come on, bro. Like, their weight classes exist for a reason. Eddie Hearn got Andrade looking crazy out here. And then for Andrade, I don't want to hear anybody talking about Andrade and Charlo. You know, if Andrade and his promotional people in DAZN are putting him in fights like this, then you know that the Charlo fight ain't happening. Charlos are doing their thing. They building their brand. And you got Andrade fighting a career welterweight. You know, and it's funny because when Jamal Charlo fought Dennis Hogan, who we know was robbed in the Jaime Munguia fight, right? People said, oh, but this guy's moving up. This guy's moving up. You know, why is Charlo fighting a guy moving up? Same thing with Brandon Adams. He moved up, but, you know, he fought at the higher weights in the Contender, but he used to fight at 54. They said, why is Jamal Charlo fighting Brandon Adams and the likes of Dennis Hogan moving up? Well, guess what? Dusty Hernandez Harrison is a career welterweight, and he did come back after a long layoff, and now he can't make weight. So he's been fighting in the 160s and 150, but he's not no true proven 68 pounder. 68 pounder is like David Benavidez and Caleb Plant and guys like that. He ain't fought no Badu Jack when he was there, or, you know, he don't even have like a James DeGale level name. He has guys you've never heard of. Fred Jenkins Jr. Oh, okay. Sound like a pastor and shit. Look. 10-6-2. This is what he's been fighting for the last couple of years. I don't know how Eddie Hearn concocted this. So I agree with Errol Spence at Thou Wow. I like Andrade, but this is laughable what Eddie Hearn is doing. And, you know, Billy Joe Saunders, he clapping and stuff, but he ain't fighting nobody better anyway. And he ducked Andrade, so I don't really want to hear from Billy Joe Saunders. However, Errol Spence Jr., he can talk because he got out of a car accident and is fighting top shelf competition. So Errol Spence, he can definitely talk. Billy Joe Saunders, he can't talk. I don't want to hear about anything about Charlo Andrade when Andrade's over there on DAZN. Remember they said Charlo and Gervonta Davis should go over to DAZN or they wouldn't have any names and pay-per-views dead and the American takeover. Where is any of that at? Gervonta is about to be on pay-per-view. Errol Spence is about to be on pay-per-view. Both Charlos were both on pay-per-view. You guys see a pattern and a trend. And meanwhile, Andrade's, he just said he didn't want to fight on Jacob's undercard, and now he's fighting on Jacob's undercard in a laughable fight with the career welterweight. And this is the Eddie Hearn takeover? You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. This looks bad. And now you're getting criticized by your peers, like Errol Spence, a fellow Olympian, and he has a leg to stand on because, again, he's fighting Danny Garcia post-accident. So he can definitely speak. You know, when DAZN could easily make Andrade versus Billy Joe Saunders, Andrade versus Triple G. Where's Triple G and Says Meta? Why can't Andrade fight Triple G? They had a lot of ample time to make Andrade versus Canelo, but they never made those fights. So I feel bad for Andrade, but this is you made your bed, lie in it. This is the people that you got in bed with, so to speak, and, you know, linked up with, and this is how they're moving you. Is fighters have all the energy all day to scream at other fighters and say, I'll punch your lights out and stuff like that. But why don't they ever scream on their promoters for putting them in situations that got them looking like this, fighting a career welterweight at 168? Why don't you go why don't you go hard on your promoter, Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn and Slave Room Promotions? Look, this is Andrade on the ESPN interview. I'll link it in the description. Is this the big fight I wanted or have been chasing? No. But what am I supposed to do? No one's going to feel sorry for you, bro. You know what I mean? You got to demand it. Errol Spence, he couldn't get no fights. He was the boogeyman at welterweight. But he demanded his respect, and he just kept following the path, building his brand, man down, and the fans was rocking with him. And then he got to the point where he's the cash cow in his division. So, you know, it's looking bad for fighters who aren't grasping their brand and grabbing the bull by the horns. Like, you know, even Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is supposed to be fighting Kell Brook. Look at how they treat black fighters with a lot of these promotional companies. Terrence Crawford is supposed to fight Kell Brook on November 14th. As of recording this video, it is October 15th. So you mean to tell me there's less than 30 days and we haven't even heard an official announcement for Crawford versus Brook on Top Rank on ESPN? And this is supposed to be your star welterweight. Meanwhile, Errol Spence, he could criticize any of these guys because he's about to fight on pay-per-view, again, coming off of an accident and in a respected fight at the AT&T Stadium, nonetheless, where the Dallas Cowboys play. Bro, it's looking so bad for a lot of people. And as far as Eddie Hearn and that cap-ass American Takeover, well, enjoy that with Andrade fighting on a co-feature against a career welterweight. And then, like I said, and DAZN reporters are trying to advocate for Andrade versus Charlo. The Charlo brand, they starting to lap Andrade. You know, Andrade's not getting better fights than what he was getting on HBO. I thought this was supposed to change with the American Takeover. It's looking bad, bro. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Use that ESPN Plus link if you want to support the channel. Watch Lomachenko versus Teofimo this weekend. I'll be back with some more heat. Holla at the boy. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more sports. Get unlimited access to premium content with an ESPN Plus subscription. ESPN Plus offers a variety of content, including specials, behind the scenes, docuseries like Bruce Lee's Be Water, and much more. With an ESPN Plus subscription, you get access to a ton of classic archive fights and replays from boxing and the UFC. Big names like, "Hi, I'm Mike Tyson. Come and watch my fight." Floyd Mayweather, "Easy work. I'm rich." And Manny Pacquiao, "Yes, it's up to my promoter." Just to name a few. If that's not enough, you could get the ESPN bundle, which includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All three apps, one low price. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you guys click that link in the description box of all of my videos. Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.